I'll never forget how calm my mother's voice was that night, as if she were simply discussing the weather instead of cutting the last thread connecting us. Cancel your wedding. We're celebrating your sister's birthday instead. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. Something inside me just went still. When I asked why, my father shrugged, the same indifferent gesture he reserved for strangers. Then marry on your own. Goodbye. That was it. 27 years of loyalty reduced to 2 lines. I walked out quietly. No doors slammed, no sobs echoed, just a silence heavy enough to steel you for war. Funny how childhood memories lie. I used to think the favoritism I felt was all in my imagination. The bigger presents, louder praise. The way their eyes always tracked my sister like she was a son. I clung to scraps. A rare compliment, a pat on the shoulder, convincing myself I wasn't unloved, only overshadowed. When my wedding approached, I thought maybe things had shifted. Mom helped pick my dress. But betrayal doesn't strike all at once. It creeps in. A forgotten appointment here. Another rescheduled meeting there. Whispered conversations stopped whenever I entered the room. Birthday decorations appeared in places they didn't belong. My sister's smug half-smile whenever I brought up the wedding. And then, the night before, the final ultimatum. It didn't hurt the way people think it would. It just made everything crystal clear. I wasn't part of their family. I was a placeholder. I didn't plead or argue. Revenge isn't born from anger. It comes from clarity. I folded my wedding dress over my arm and stepped into the cold night, feeling it as an ally. I knew exactly what I had to do. The next evening was my sister's birthday party, the night that should have been mine. A massive hall, hundreds of guests, elaborate decorations, and a cake so large it took 2 people to carry. I didn't attend. Instead, I sent a small white package. Inside, the truth they had spent years trying to bury. For months, I had gathered proof. Screenshots, voice recordings, videos capturing every insult, every slight, every moment of favoritism. Not for revenge then, but because you learn to save evidence when your history is constantly rewritten. I included receipts for every single rupee I spent on family events, every transfer I made to help them, and a legal notice severing all financial ties and inheritance claims. And one final thing, a 13-second video. Me, in my wedding dress, calm, poised, and clear-eyed. Thank you for making your choice. Here is mine. The envelope was opened at the start of the celebration. The lights dimmed, applause erupted, and then the truth played. My mother froze mid-breath. My father went pale. My sister's smile vanished. 200 guests watched the years of favoritism, manipulation, and lies unfold before them. Whispers filled the room. Some guests left, and the hall emptied faster than flames devoured dry wood. My family, the ones who told me to marry alone, stood abandoned in the middle of their own celebration, undone by their own actions. Calls came one after another. Mom, then Dad, then my sister. I didn't answer until the 15th ring. My mother's voice trembled. You embarrassed us. Calmly, I corrected her. No, you exposed yourselves. Dad tried to guilt me. I laughed softly. Save it. I'm done. My sister tried to insult me. I hung up mid-sentence. That was the last time they heard my voice. I married a week later, quietly, with the only people who ever treated me like family, my friends. No forced speeches, no fake smiles, no favoritism. Just peace. I learned something that week. Sometimes the cleanest revenge is stepping away and letting people drown in the chaos they created. My parents always favored my sister. Now they have only her, and she has only them.